Hello everybody, welcome to my course Learn 200 Words starting with the letter A to Z. Course Overview. This course is meant for students planning to appear for the TOEFL, IELTS, SAT, GRE exams or anyone who wishes to improve their English vocabulary in the next 3 months. A little bit about me. My name is Salma. I teach spoken English and business communication. I love to travel, read books and grow my own food. You could write to me with your comments, suggestions, feedback to the link provided above. I would love to hear from you all. Lesson plan. These lessons will deal with words starting with the letter A to Z. Each lesson will cover 200 words. So from lesson 1 to 10 in the letter G, you will build 200 words to your vocabulary pyramid. By the time you reach the letter Z, you will be richer by 5,200 words. And not to mention the words you already know. So that's going to be an imposing pyramid. Why is learning vocabulary important? Without sufficient understanding of words, students cannot understand others or express their own ideas. How does this benefit you? The more vocabulary words you know, the better you're able to comprehend. Comprehend is to understand what others are telling you, and what you would like to tell them depends on the vocabulary you know. So there are 3 steps to learn it. One is to read, define and use it in a sentence. When I say read, you will focus on the word, the way it is spelled and pronounced. Define the meaning and usage. I will be making a sentence for every word that I teach. I'm sure you can do a better job. So let's move forward. Words starting with letter G. We've reached 81. We will go on to 100. Lesson 5, letter G. First one. Grandiloquent is an adjective which means speaking in a pompous or bombastic style. In a sentence it will read, her speech was full of grandiloquent language, but it contained no new ideas. Grandiose is an adjective which means having an imposing style or effect. In a sentence it will read, the court had a grandiose facade. Grantee is a noun which means the party who receives title to real property. So in a sentence it will read, the goal of the new grants was to focus on strategies and programs that grantees could share with each other. Grantor is a noun, the party who transfers title in real property. So in a sentence it will read, when dealing with court orders, a plaintiff is a grantor while a defendant is a grantee. Granular, adjective, composed of small grains or particles. In a sentence, the sugar is granular. Granulate is a verb which means to form into grains or small particles. In a sentence it will read, you've probably seen the word on a box of granulated sugar and not thought twice about the fact that besides its granular form, sugar exists as a liquid and also inside sugarcane. Granule is a noun which means a small grain or particle. In a sentence it will read, these are coffee granules. Grapple is a verb which means to take hold of. So in a sentence it will read, passers-by grappled with the man after the knife attack. Gratification, noun, which means satisfaction. In a sentence it will read, doing a favor for someone is a surefire way to create a sense of gratification, both for them and for yourself, being such a kind, giving person. Gratify, verb, which means to please as by satisfying a physical or mental desire or need. In a sentence it will read, she was gratified to see the shock in Jim's eyes. Gratuitous is an adjective which means done without good reason, uncalled for. In a sentence it will read, Telling ridiculous jokes at a somber occasion would be a display of gratuitous humor. Gratuity, noun, which means that which is given without demand or claim. Tip. So in a sentence it will read, gratuity is a sum of money paid by an employee to an employer to an employee for services rendered in the company. Gravity, noun, which means the force that attracts a body towards the center of the earth or towards any other physical body having mass. In a sentence it will read, in physics, gravity is the natural force that causes things to fall toward the earth. Gregarious is an adjective, which means fond of company, sociable. He was a popular and gregarious man. Grenadier is a noun, which means a soldier armed with grenades. In a sentence, it will read, he joined the 2nd Battalion of the Grenadier Guards. Grief, sorrow. In a sentence, it will be, she was overcome with grief. Grievance is a noun, which means a complaint or a strong feeling that you have been treated unfairly. In a sentence, it will read, there is a website which enables staff to air their grievances. Grievous is an adjective, which means having very serious effects or causing great pain. In a sentence, it will read, his death was a grievous blow. Grimace, noun, which means twisted expression on a person's face, typically expressing disgust, pain. In a sentence, it will read, she gave a grimace of pain. Grindstone is a noun. It's a thick disc of stone or other abrasive material mounted so as to revolve, used for grinding, sharpening, or polishing metal objects. In a sentence, it will read, to keep one's nose to the grindstone means to be very focused. Well, this wraps up our lesson. Let's explore the humorous, subtle, often confusing side of the English language. I have taken quotes for this series. This next one reads, never make fun of someone who speaks broken English. It means they know another language. This is by H. Jackson Brown Jr. I'm sure you agree to this. Bye for now. If you have any confusing and humorous stories of English, please write to me. I would love to read it. Thank you for watching. If you like this lesson, please rate, review this, and also share it with your friends. Bye for now.